Yo, what is up everybody? HockeyBeast0724 here, and today's video is more of a rant than anything, and it's about vaping and cigarettes and shit like that. If you don't smoke or you don't agree with vaping, at least try to hear me out about what I'm trying to say, because I'm sick of seeing this ad about the Muppets. That kid goes, this isn't a Juul, but he goes, want to hit my Juul? And the girl goes, you know, vaping's not he goes, it's healthier than smoking. And she goes, you know, one Juul pod contains as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes? Let me help you, okay? Let me help you understand what I'm trying to say. Yes, it contains as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes. No, you don't smoke a whole Juul pod in 20 minutes like the video to prove that shit was. They burned a whole Juul pod in a bottle and concealed it and let it erode the bottle. That's what it's supposedly doing to your lungs. Except if you know how to vape, you get 98% of it out of your lungs anyways. So, anyways, they let it burn, and then they show the consequences of smoking a whole Juul pod. But that was over 20 minutes. They let it conceal in a bottle in 20 minutes. I myself can smoke this tank in an hour. But that's because it's a TFE12 and it drains juice. It's going to. It's made to cloud. Juuls aren't made to cloud. They're made for nicotine. Now, I've never met anybody in my life who can smoke a whole Juul pod in 20 minutes in my life. Like, that's outrageous. My friend has a Juul, and he said he's sick of seeing this ad because it's not true. If you try to smoke a Juul pod in 20 minutes, you'll end up coughing your lungs out. Like, I can hit his Juul no problem until I get nick buzzed. Once I get nick buzzed, I know, hello, I need to stop. Because if I hit it again, I'm going to cough. If I cough, I might fall. It's hello. It's kind of obvious. People don't understand. Yeah, it's as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes, but you don't smoke a Juul pod in 20 minutes. Like, this is 3-nic, and I can smoke it in an hour, but that's like as much as maybe a cigarette. Like, I don't know how to explain how stupid you have to be to explain that ad. Because the reason people overdose on nicotine or overdose is because they don't know what they're doing. They don't know, hello. Like, they start at the highest nicotine and then they're like, oh, this shit sucks, blah, 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 it makes me cough. Yes, you started at 75 salt, Nick. What did you expect? What did you expect? Like, I started vaping... I started smoking cigarettes in 5th grade? Maybe? 6th? Maybe even 6th? Like, the beginning of 6th grade? I started vaping kind of middle of 7th grade, 6th grade, not 7th. And I started at a low nicotine and worked my way up and then worked my way back down. Like, you can, people are like, nicotine's a problem, blah, blah, blah. Not if you know what you're doing. Like, yeah, I started 0 and worked my way all the way up to 75 salt, like everybody else. And then I know my moderation. Like, I can vape 0 if I want. Yeah, I have 3 in this now. I don't have my 0 juice, sadly. They don't sell my big bottle of juice anymore. Sorry, it pisses me off because the commercial always comes on, like, while I'm outside vaping, and then I get a text. I got a text earlier, and they were like, "So, do you still smoke cigarettes?" And I was like, "From time to time, every now and then." You know it's not healthy for you. And I was like, "Yeah, apparently vaping's not either because one Juul pod contains as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes." They responded with the video link to prove that one Juul pod contains as much nicotine as 20 cigarettes. And I watched the video. I'm disappointed because, as I said, no one in their right mind will smoke a Juul pod in 20 minutes. Your Juul will die before you can do that. Because the juice takes so long to burn that you would be probably at a half a pod before it died. Like, I can hope maybe smoke an entire tank and my batteries will be about a quarter left. Like, hopefully a quarter. Because it takes so much power to keep your coil running. And yes, once your coil gets hot, blah blah blah, it burns juice quicker. I know. Trust me. I know. That's not the point. The point I'm making is you couldn't smoke a Juul pod in 20 minutes. Like, you would either pass out, depending on your nicotine in it, pass out, throw up, or be on the floor because you're so Nick Buzz you can't walk. I've been there. Trust me, you wouldn't be walking. Now, the real point, if you were trying to make a point about vaping, would be putting 75 salt nic in a tank. Because 75 salt nic in a tank that holds 5 mils or higher, now that's like a pack and a half of cigarettes. Like, maybe 2 packs. And people do it. I know people who do it. I used to do it from time to time, but I could only take like 2 hits on it before I would buzz. And I know people out there that can smoke a whole tank of 75 salt nic in a tank with no problem at all. Like, they smoke a whole tank in one day. But never in 20 minutes. Well, this was sort of my rant for today. I woke up and saw that video again, and someone texted me, and then they showed me a video about how it wasn't healthy, and this, that, and this, and vaping is healthier, it's just not safer. Because you never know when your mod's gonna turn into a bomb and explode in your pocket. But there is a reason for that too, and I'll go into that in a later video. I'm not going to go into this right now. So if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. And until next time,